Hi, welcome to day 2 of our AI agent learning journey. So like I said in day 1 video, we'll mostly focus on no-code platforms. Now in today's video, I'll give you an overview of what exactly is n8n and how it works behind the scenes. At the end of the video, you will get an idea on these 3 things. First things first, we'll look at some popular no-code tools available in the market right now. You might have heard names like Zapier, n8n, make.com, Pipedream, Bubble, and there are many more available in the market, and in the future we'll also see some more tools coming in. Each tool has its own pros and cons, but I watched a bunch of videos, and in every video, like everyone recommended to start with n8n. That's why I chose to start with it. And also we don't need to worry about sticking with the same tool. We can change our tool according to our requirement, and I guess the core concepts behind these tools will be the same. So what is n8n? n8n is a no-code or low-code automation tool. It lets us connect apps, build workflows, and automate tasks without writing any code. Think of it like this. n8n is our kitchen, and all our apps like Gmail, Slack, APIs are our ingredients. Now we can cook whatever recipe we want based on our exact needs. And the best part here is we don't need to write any piece of code. Okay, now let's look at why n8n is better than others. We can self-host n8n, meaning we can install and run on our own system or server. So this gives us full control over our data. We can also build everything from simple automations to complex workflows with full control over logic, loops, conditions, etc. The most important part of n8n is we can self-host n8n on our own device, which means we can use it entirely for free. And even the cloud version of n8n is cheaper than most tools. Next, creating workflows with custom APIs is much easier than other platforms. And as our needs grow, we can scale n8n easily without any huge costs. Now let's break down how n8n works under the hood. Basically, there are 5 key parts we should know: node, trigger node, action node, flow, and variables. Node is like a building block. Each app like Gmail, Slack has its own node. A node is like a small block that does one job. For example, if you want to send an email, there is a Gmail block which we can call it as a node. Next, if you want to get a data from a form, there's a webhook block. We can say each block equals to one small task. We can also relate it to everyday actions. Think of it like a Lego. Each block does one thing, and we'll connect each block to make something useful. So the same applies to the nodes. Each node will connect and work together to make something useful. Next comes the trigger node. This is what starts the workflow. A new email arrived or a form was submitted. And next comes the action node. This is what happens after the trigger node, like sending a message on Slack or saving data to the Google Sheets. Once the form was submitted, we'll save the data to the Google Sheets. So after the trigger node, action node will come into the play. Next part is flow. So flow is nothing but the complete chain. So trigger node, action node. So if we combine all these together, we can call it as a flow, or we can also call it as workflow. Now lastly, we have variables. So these variables are basically used to store the temporary data like name, email, or any other information. Now let's look at simple example which give us more clarity about these things. Let's say we have a website. When someone fills out a form, we want to send them a thank you email and also store their info into a Google Sheet. Here's how the workflow looks like in n8n. Webhook node listens the form submissions. A webhook node is like a doorbell. When someone fills out a form on our website, it's like they are pressing the doorbell. The webhook hears the ding dong and says, hey, someone just submitted the form. Then the actual automation starts. Let's make it more simple. So if someone signs up on our site, the webhook node hears it and then tells the next step like send a thank you email or save their info. Email node will send a thank you message, and Google Sheets node stores the data. Simple, clean, and all done without writing any code. And this is just a basic example. We can do way more than this. We can build super advanced workflows, custom logic, integrations, and many more. So to put it simply, like n8n is a real kitchen. We have all the ingredients in the kitchen and we can make whatever dish we need. So that's it for today. So we learned all about n8n. So like what is n8n, why we chose n8n, and why n8n is better than others. And lastly, we looked how n8n will work under the hood. So this is all about n8n. If you have something to say, please comment. And if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and see you on day 3.